Episode 57. What's good, guys?
I'm in an odd place.
Are you?
I don't know who he is. Like, who are you? Why are you on set? Like, who are
Explain yourself.
Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, this is KC. I'm an original member.
The OG.
I came back because the bat signal went up, so I put on the Batman tee. My boy Don P, aka what else he call himself?
I seen this weekend when
Way
he
too many.
Strikey Don.
Oh, yeah.
Strikey or
Don
something.
Strike. I also called him Don Pete Weber because he whooped our ass in bowling. But
Wait,
yeah,
he
he
just
just hit
called
me up and
himself?
said he need me on. So that's what's up. I'm that
missing
good
Phil.
role player, you know.
Hey, that's
And
good, bro.
Bola. We're missing both of them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about him.
What's his
real light down here.
Sexy chocolate shoulders?
Oh my God.
Hey, he got them shoulders, bro. I'm glad those shoulders are not here. Nah, I'm messing with you. I miss
I know,
you, bro.
right?
Miss you,
We
bro.
miss y'all.
We
We
gonna hold
miss
it down
y'all,
though.
right?
Hey, but
Happy belated,
down.
actually.
Thank
birthday.
you, thank you. It's the grace of God that I'm
Getting
here
old.
because I was out of there. It was
tough on you.
It's okay.
34,
Yeah.
Ray Allen.
Wonderful.
That's not bad.
Wonderful.
But we have ourselves a guest.
Yes, let's get into it.
Hi.
Alexa.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on. I couldn't wait to get you on here because I just feel like you're so knowledgeable on what's going on and you're kind of like tapped in everywhere. So I thank you for coming on with me.
Thanks. That means a lot because I feel like often people are like, "Oh, Lex, she's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She's doing this, she's doing that," and it feels nice for someone to be like, "Hey, girl, let's talk."
Yes, we need you in front. We need all the information. Before we get into it, though, I was stalking your story because you were at Coachella, and I need all the details. How was it? It was the first weekend, right?
It was the first weekend, yeah.
Yes.
So I was obviously there for work.
Yeah.
We had 2 activations. The first one was with Melody Asani, who is our creative director. I work with her very closely, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And then with Don C, and it was really fun. It was with Network, so like it was basically like a big party to celebrate their collections.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second event was with Crocs, which was like a digital series that I have for locker women called Healing Through Movement.
Yeah.
And so it was just really like diving into, meditation. And you would think like, why is there meditation going on at Coachella? Well, you gotta like mentally prep.
It's a lot going on at Coachella.
A lot going on.
So yeah, that was a fun event that we did with Blondie Beach and Yasmin of Transparent Black Girl.
That's
I actually like people are like, how are the shows? And I'm like, I did not go to shows. You think I had time to go to shows?
Right.
I went to every party like that was around Coachella. So there's lots of like, you honestly could go and not go seeing a single show.
Yeah.
And like StockX was having events,
Mm-hmm.
like we were having events. So there's like, you could go and have lots of fun.
I've never been to Coachella.
I seen on StockX there was like all kind of releases. I didn't even know that. Like,
a lot
I didn't know
of golf related stuff.
yeah, I mean, I seen a whole bunch. I'm like, dang, all kind of stuff. T-shirts, like merch, all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's I think Melody did something with like Snow Allegra,
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
where they
then.
were having designers like design the T-shirt, like the merch for Coachella on there.
Okay, cool.
And I saw y'all had Jay Mulan out there with you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Was
Okay,
she hosting or something?
She was hosting for us.
Okay.
And, like it was Houston deep.
I'm here for it.
Everybody here's from Houston, and none of us really knew that like, we're all here until we got there and we're like, wait, you flew in? Are you from Hobby or Bush?
That's
like,
crazy.
That's dope.
So we were rolling deep.
That's dope.
What
That's
is
dope.
one artist that you wish you would have been able to see?
Okay, well, the obvious Karol G, because like she's
Yeah.
the whole like Latina power
Yeah.
type of like set. But I really love this like DJ duo called Disclosure.
Mhm.
Y'all,
Disclosure. Is that the one with Sam Smith?
yes, that's like their most popular song. Yes, but they just push play, and they also have instruments, which I'm like,
I'm here for
there's
it.
one thing where like it's like 2 little white boys can play,
Yeah.
but it's another thing when they have like a full like band.
Oh, that's
You
dope.
know? Yeah,
You don't see that often.
That's who I miss.
You don't see that often.
Who would you want to see, Billy?
I don't know. I seen the whole Gunner thing. I still got a little ratchet side to me, so you know what I mean. But I just want to go out there and get dressed up and just take pictures in front
Right.
of the
That's really what you go to the festival for. Yeah, like I just want to hang out.
I
would probably go to all the parties.
My mouth, you know what I mean? Get the dust off. Don't fly, and then shit. After that, we can go eat and chill.
All the content, like that's it. That's it. So let's go back and kind of talk about your story and sneakers. So how do you get into sneakers? How did you get into sneakers?
Yeah. So everyone asked me that. They're like, "How long you been a sneakerhead?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I will not call myself a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Like, I love fashion, I love style, and I wear what I like.
Yeah.
And I happen just to have a lot of shoes. That's one thing. And then the second thing is that I've always been a fan of like specific silhouettes. So like I love a superstar, and I had them in every single color.
Really?
Up. Like, it was the one way you could like express yourself as a child. Was like, what sneakers am I wearing? So like, you know, that growing up, but really like this Foot Locker, like kind of now me being on that side of like sneakers, although, you know, Houston, we call them tennis shoes.
Right. It's weird.
Who calls them tennis shoes?
I grew up calling them tennis shoes.
Did you?
Yes.
I never heard
Stay in
that.
Pasadena.
We're gonna have to put a poll on in our
Right.
stories.
I grew up in A-Leaf, and then I was like
Tennis
West
shoes.
Briar area. Yeah.
I ain't never heard that.
We will poll the.
We got to remember that tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes or
That's a Spanish
sneakers.
thing. Culture. That's a
Is
culture
it a
thing.
Spanish thing? Okay.
Okay, all right. So, all right, there we go.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's see, I didn't know that.
Abuela throw?
Oh, los tenis, yeah.
The chicleta.
Yeah, chancleta. Yeah. Y'all, low-key almost brought some Crocs with me when you were like,
You should have. I told
Crocs
you.
are my favorite.
There's
You
some
just brought
Crocs.
about it.
I'll
Talk about what you
I'll
got.
send you a little photo.
Yes,
Maybe it
yes,
could be right here.
please.
You could have
Yes,
talked
put
about
it
what
right
you
there on
like.
the
You
screen.
could have brought whatever you like.
Literally anything.
Okay, yeah. So this Foot Locker role really, like, I have agency background, so
Yeah.
I've worked like in social media and digital media, and so I've worked across things like, you know, Budweiser, Unilever. Like, I've done everything from write tweets for Ragu to like make like digital content series for like, you know, random brands. And so I was working at an agency, and Foot Locker reached out to me because they had Googled like women in social media.
Yeah.
And they were looking for someone to like bring an authentic lens to social for them of the @Foot Locker Women channel.
Wow.
And so that's kind of how I got my foot in the door, because they were needing someone to like fully revamp and just be the copywriter that like gives the channel a voice. And so when I started, I was like, oh shoot, like I can be a
That's
chameleon.
a big role.
It was a big role. Like, I can be a chameleon. Like, I'm well versed in like pop culture, like the culture in general. And so the layer of learning like sneakers for me was low key. I had a buyer, shout out to May. She would like put together these quizzes for me of like, okay,
that's
here are all the
to learn
different
everything.
matches. This is a 95, a 97, a 90, and like really teach me like
That is cool.
what all of this was. Because for me, it was like, okay, I was noticing that there was women like in the comments of like just very authentically knew their shit about sneakers, and I was like, I'm not about to write anything and have
Extremely
someone tell
knowledgeable.
me, that's a Vapor Max, not a whatever. Like, it happened to me once because of a colorway, but whatever. Anyways, so I started out as a social manager, and then there was like lots of like kind of structural changes, and they needed a new brand manager, and we were getting a new director. So my now boss, her name's Simone. I love her. If she's ever in Houston, y'all should have her.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she has like Adidas background, worked globally. And so she was like, I need you to be the senior brand manager. And I was like, oh, what?
That's dope.
And so it really boiled down to like, the more that I got into it, the more that I loved getting to know women within the industry, and like getting to like hear their stories and like what they wanted to like solve. From a sneakers perspective, like I'm tired of having to buy grade school sizes, or like, how come all the men's get these releases, or why are we styling like, you know, full body like women's wear when like we wear guys' clothes too.
Exactly.
So like there was lots of pieces that I was like, wait, not to do my own harm, but like I'm a good marketer, and I know that like by kind of surveying I could figure this out. So that's really how it like fell in my lap, which is why
that's crazy.
I will never, anyone that meets me they laugh because they're like, you're not. And I'm like, no, I'm not, but I look cute.
Yeah, for real. No, for real though. So how long was that process?
So I have been working for Foot Locker since 2019 in October. And then was in the office for a few months and then COVID happened. And then was remote. So I was living in New York.
Right.
COVID happened and I moved down to Houston because I'm from Houston and I was like, I need to be with my people.
Yeah.
And so it just worked out that now I just work from my little office and I can wear sweats.
That's sick. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So as you've expanded into the whole sneaker world, you got your quizzes.
A little quizzes.
What's like the one sneaker that you probably would have never been on, but now like you're a fan of?
Really?
I hate this silhouette. I'm not
Really?
even gonna lie. I'm a very like I'm not even gonna lie. But you wanna know why I bought them? One, because I love people
The
call me
color?
oat milk latte. Anything that's like full head to toe cream, I will wear it. Like I will just look like a little neutral mommy. And so these, my brother was like, Alexa, these are dope. You should get them. And I was like, okay, I'll try the raffles. And I tried. Nothing. And he ended up scoring them for me. So that's why I own them. But I don't really fuck with fours.
I don't either.
They're very
I have my one pair
for me, and I'm very I'm 5 feet tall. I'm kind of petite, and so this takes up half my leg.
Yeah,
but I think fours look so cute on like girls like with little feet though.
Don't get me wrong, I love them. But they're not one that I expected.
Okay, that's all right. That's shocking.
Casey is about to have a heart attack.
I wish an abuela was here to have a choclata. We call it choclata.
You are 7.5 women, or you want to trade them? Because I want some fearless, so I will trade these off my feet.
How about brand wise?
Oh,
let's. How about? I mean, I know we're talking about Jordan, but like, what's a brand that you kind of expanded into in this role?
Yeah.
Honestly, New Balance. I know I said it before we started, but like you're like bringing some sneakers. I'm like, I'm bringing 3 pairs of New Balance because I love them.
Yes,
and it's something about the colorways and like the very obscure collaborations. Like my absolute favorite pair of sneakers that I own in my closet, they're a pair of like New Balance by Staud, and Staud is like kind of very feminine, like tennis wear, or at least for the women's wear. And they're just like, they're yellow and teal and beautiful and they're comfy as hell. Yes. So when people are like, oh, those are cute. And I'm like, girl, and I'm comfortable. so I love them.
Let me ask you this then, oat milk. What was it? Oat milk latte?
Oat milk latte.
Oat milk latte.
So, because you like that colorway, did you go for the Joe Fresh Good 550s?
I didn't. I wanted them, but I didn't. I honestly, okay, so those 550s, if I were to buy a pair, it would be I can't say it, but Aimé Leon d'Or, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. I bought them for my brother for his birthday. And then every time I see him, I'm like,
what color did you get them?
The grays.
Okay, the grays. All right, cool.
I had all 3 pair, but
did you? The green are beautiful.
Yes, they are. And I have somewhat regrets. But it got me what I wanted, what I've been wanting, because I traded them and I got an 85 Jordan 1. I love Jordan 1s. Okay. So when I got married, my whole wedding was based on Jordan 1s.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah, my wife included. And so I ended up getting the varsity red 85s that I've been wanting, and it just took getting them off my feet. And I had wore both of them. I had wore 2 out of the 3.
No, I only got one.
One of them, the white and gray. I didn't. I didn't dead start.
I think they're just a classic. I really liked them.
They are. But that's a beautiful shoe.
I think I didn't get them because they didn't go down to my size. That happens sometimes.
Speaking on ones, you talked about the women. They were pissed that the Georgetown 85s. They stopped at size 8.
Honestly, that happens so often and it's uncomfortable. Very often. Whenever people are like, "Are we gonna get these?" I'm like,
No.
But y'all been winning lately, man. Y'all been winning.
Every now and then.
Y'all been winning.
Y'all been spoiled.
I'm not gonna lie. The past 2-3 years that I've kind of been in it, like I'm like, some cute shoes.
There have been some nice ones.
What happened?
I'm here for it.
Y'all have been winning a lot. You can take that one obscure little L.
It's coming out There's some ones.
Those threes though.
No, the threes. That's
Those
what I was
threes
talking
are
about.
amazing for women. The one was it Sherbert or whatever? Was it Sherbert Neapolitan or
The Neapolitan joints.
Yeah, no, it's like brown.
They look like the mochas, but they got a little pink in the back for strawberry. Man, them things
It
are
is a
hard.
neutral palette. I remember
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
that's super dope.
Yeah.
And that's
But
a
again,
won't
that's
get it.
another silhouette that I'm like,
Stops
okay.
at 12 women, 10 and a half men, so I have no chance. I personally don't really go after women's shoes like that. I did for the Billie Eilish 15s and the AJKOs.
Did you like the Air Force?
I did. I got them. But no, the Air Force One, no,
like
I
those?
don't really mess with Air Force Ones
Weren't those
like
like
that.
neon green?
No, they
the
like
ones
mushroom.
that just came out.
Oh, okay. Oh,
They like
with all
oat-
the straps.
Yeah, they're the
Oat Milk Latte.
Those are a little
Sort of
space
tan.
cadet though. Those
They are very
They
special.
are
like
very,
you're about to black.
I kind of just wanted like the
very-
T-shirt or something. That's
The
that's
sweatsuits
it.
was
The sweat-
hard.
Yeah,
Like all that. But I was just like, I'm not going to do that
they were
right
kind of
now.
pricey though.
Yeah.
But those Neapolitan 3s and those 4s coming out, those purple ones, that looks like I guess they're going to call them the poor man Travises. You know what I'm talking about?
No, if it's
They
too
purple
close to
with like a little
something
green.
like that,
notice
I don't
what
want it.
silhouettes you guys keep referencing. They're 3s and 4s. Those are like very, like,
They're bulky
It's
shoes.
it's kind of big.
Yeah. For
I
me,
can see that. But I think they look cute on girls though.
I say that all the time though. My
them.
point,
It's just
yeah,
not a me thing.
I
And
always
you're
think they
tall,
look
it would
bulky.
fine on you.
I feel because I have a smaller foot for my height. I just feel like they're bulky. I have my like 1 or 2 pair, but
So I
That's it.
hate to go back, but Coachella.
The Vito. It's just so
How about shoe wise? Like looking around, like did you see a lot of dope stuff? Did you how was shoes, or were people conscious of all the dust and you didn't really see that much heat?
So it was a mix because of who I was with. I was with all my coworkers. So like we knew which beaters to bring.
Okay.
So like half of us it depended on the day, but like if it was during the day and we were working, like there was a few guys in some dunks that they're like, this colorway, I'm cool with like having to clean them off.
Yeah.
But also they're easier to clean off. Whereas I was wearing space hippies because 1, they're comfortable, and 2,
super comfortable.
they don't really look dirty if they get dirty.
Yeah, okay,
True.
got you.
Yeah.
It's all the specs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
honestly, I didn't really like, there was a few people that were out there just like wearing their off-whites because they owned off-whites.
Mhm.
But there was also like lots of boots and like combat Doc Martin
Martens.
type.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, don't your feet hurt?
Like, are they hot? Because
I mean, they wear all the outfits. and,
Yeah.
Like what I believe one of the themes were like glitter. I
It-
saw
Oh,
some like glitter. It was like a girl that
that's like a thing where people.
yeah, they wear.
Full-
It's like theme. They have full themes
It's a
out
full
there.
thing.
Day 1 glitter. Day 2.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Looking like
Yeah.
I can't think of that movie with Tom Hardy when he's on that when they in the desert. All that. I remember
Yeah.
it was like that one
Okay.
year. So I mean, Coachella, I always kind of been intrigued by it, but I don't think I will follow those themes. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Like, I think it was when I saw guys, because I feel like for women, we kind of dress to like stay cool. And also like, what's like that summer thing that you want to stunt in your closet that you're never going to wear
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But for men, I was noticing that like they were wearing a lot of like open, like button downs and like colorful. Like, think of like a very elevated version of a Hawaiian shirt, you know, like a cooler version. of
Got
it.
you.
So you saw like a lot of pleasures, a lot of like Don C was wearing this like cool little fruit shirt, you know?
Yeah.
How was his activation? I mean, was it his brand? Because his brand is a high price point. Like,
Yeah.
so how was that kind of perceived to that outside like consumer?
Yeah. So both Melody and Dawn have like proprietary collections with Foot Locker.
Okay.
So it's All City by Dawn.
Okay. Yeah.
If I am butchering that combination of words, my bad.
No, I believe
But
it is.
I think
it's
it
All
is All
City
City
by
by
Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah.
And so they both had collections that just came out. Melody's came out like April 9th, and then Dawn's came out that weekend,
Okay.
which was like April 15th. And so his collection was like a mix of like super colorful, like primary greens, like beautiful purple, like jerseys. And so there was like some fleece in there, but like you could pick and match pieces from that. And then his collection, I think like when men wear it, it's either head to toe. And they're like, I want to be like wearing the whole, because it says like all city on the crotch, which like a certain individual can pull that off.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it went well. I actually like had a little recap today, and like we were looking at numbers and we are like, cool. Like,
yeah.
So what is the price point though?
Oh, sorry. That was the question. His price point, I don't actually know.
Okay then.
Yeah.
But
I know
is it like
Melody's,
in line with like Fear of God at PacSun, something like that, or is it more than that?
It's less expensive than
Okay,
that.
cool.
Oh, really?
Okay.
But
It's more affordable.
when you just said that, like certain individuals can pull that off, I looked at his face and he was like challenge accepted.
Yeah, I was about to say, I see him wearing that though.
It's right there.
You would wear that.
We'll see it in about 2 months.
For sure.
I wear Don C shorts a lot.
Yeah.
Though, so,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
not.
they're-
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
They're a vibe. Because like
So-
if you, whether you like nylon or jersey or whatever, there's like a little bit of, like if you're more of like basketball,
Yeah.
or if you're more like, okay, I want to jump in the pool with these shorts, you could do that.
Yeah.
With these.
Gotcha.
So with this talking about fashion a little bit, are you outfit first or sneaker first?
Okay, today I was sneaker first.
Okay.
With Houston, it depends on the weather.
That's
Yeah.
very
So
true.
if it's raining, I'm out. I'm like, I know what shoes I'm wearing because I don't want them to get wet.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, when I was living in New York, I was outfit first because
Yeah.
it's cold as hell.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what kind of 300 long sleeves am I wearing today? And
Yeah.
then sometimes, yeah, I guess it depends where I live.
Yeah.
Where I'm at.
And the irony of that, because when I was in New York, it was like in the summertime. I actually wore my fours out there, and they were from 2006, and it busted on me on the subway.
Oh.
I mean,
I'd be hurt. I'd be hurt.
And it was
pavement
hot.
is hot.
It was
Pavement is
hot as hell.
Yeah.
Like you talk about, 300. Man, I was out there shirtless.
Just, yes.
I was like, I can't take this no more. It's too hot.
Summer in New York City is one of those things where like less clothing, the better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For sure. For
So
sure.
you moved from Houston to New York. Was it like a fashion culture shock when you first got
Oh my
there? Or
God.
like,
I felt lame as hell.
Like I'm gonna say, how much did your closet have to change?
Okay, so my little story of that is I went to school in Baylor, Waco. So I went from, Ms. Baptist to New York City. That one, number one,
Yeah.
culture shock. Number two, like everybody just wears, well, at the time, it was just jeans and t-shirts. Like that's all I owned. Was like, I don't think I had a sense of fashion before I moved there, honestly. Like, I think I was always cute and like matching, and like my earrings were matching with my shirt, and maybe I had a belt or whatever. And then when I got there, I was like, oh, I am not cool. I am not fucking
Like, this
cool.
is not it.
And I'm going to need to rethink this whole thing.
Yeah.
For real.
Hey, well, that's cool that you jumped in and I looked at your IG. You're kind of fresh. So
Yeah. We went through it. We went through it.
Speaking of that, though,
Yes, let's pull up the photos for from your IG. So the photos that we chose. Bentley,
So-
explain what's happening.
So what we do, just a
Okay.
little segment here to break it up. You know what I
I
mean?
see.
All of us, we look at your IG, we stalk your IG.
yeah,
it.
That.
we went through
And
everything.
then all of us pick a picture,
Okay.
and you have to guess who picked that picture, and then we
Yes.
can kind of talk about why did you wear that picture? Why did we pick that picture?
Okay.
You know.
So I need to basically choose who do I think chose
Yeah.
this?
Who do you chose? Who do you think?
This is a little hard. Okay, Steph, did you choose this one?
I did. I thought that was good. I thought I was picking a good one. I didn't think you were going to get that. Yes, I love this photo because I'm a nature girl, although I have really bad allergies. I am here for nature, and y'all, it seemed like, once again, I was watching your stories, and it seemed like y'all were having an amazing time. Was this was this a shoot though, or were y'all just like hiking?
So this one, I love
With-
that you think it was a shoot, because
I thought it
the
was.
campaign shoot that we did for this was inspired by nature, and it's
Okay.
all backgrounds like that.
Uh-huh.
And so the hiking activation for it was just like a natural, like,
Yeah.
trend, I guess, next phase of the marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a little hiking that we did in LA with Melody and a group called Hike Club. Evelyn Escobar started that.
Mhm.
It's basically for Black and brown women to just get out in nature.
I
And
love
it
that.
was really
Love
like
that.
not even 20 of us. I had on space hippies.
I saw that.
I was
I was about to get into.
I love
Yeah,
those
see
space hippies.
space hippies.
Literally wear them every time, all
I
day.
was like, Am I busting my ass today?
Yeah.
Not today.
I love them shorts.
Yes.
I love them.
So
I love
That's
them
her,
shorts.
yeah. I was about to say
I
her
seen somebody had just like
collection.
reposted them or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's
Her style, like her stuff.
I've actually seen a few men wear them, and they're long enough to where you're like, okay, I'm covered, but they're short enough to where it's like it thighs out.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, you
Thighs
see,
out.
I don't like long shorts. So, okay. Yeah.
So
I was
like,
about to
I
say,
think
you
you
like
like them. And the nylon
here for
ones. If you dug and you saw them, you'd like the nylon ones.
So where can we find those at right now?
Locker.
Which
Locker.
one?
Okay, well, the presentation at the what's it called? OST store, Spanish Trail. Beautiful. Go look at it. You see the little cutout butterfly? That's
Everything.
I'm all there.
We got to
for
take a
it.
trip.
I'm all
We
there
gotta
for
go
that
back.
one. I'm gonna get me a pair.
You've been there, right?
Yeah, we did just go there. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next photo?
one?
next photo.
Okay, well now I know that you covet the fours. It's you, Casey. You told on
Of
yourself.
course, yeah.
You told on yourself.
Dang.
So this was actually, I used to not wear these. I used to like be so precious with them and not take them out the box. But this was the first time that I wore them, and I was like, I need to take a picture. And I literally put the four on the thing on the floor, and
Yeah.
I was like, whatever.
Timer.
I captured it because they're never gonna look like this.
That's what I was saying. I feel like if I had a pair, I would get them dirty
And
ASAP.
that's what I respect the most because, like, you beat them.
I
Yeah.
do. I really do.
I beat all my
I did
shoes.
Scotch guard them though.
Did you?
I love the contrast
The
of the polka
vibe,
dots
yeah.
and everything.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Very, very
That's why I
great
picked
vibe.
it.
I actually this was at the Her Girls anniversary party.
Yes.
It was at that place
Shout out
Very dope
Tasha
Photo.
and
2 years
Wendy.
ago. 3 years ago. Two. Yeah.
Dope photo.
Thanks.
That's why I chose it.
This is boring. We kind of just know who the hell this is.
I
huh?
know.
Like I said, okay, well, obviously.
This was a vibe too, though.
Okay, so this was just, I was working and I looked down and I was like, oh, I'm cute.
A work day.
Yeah, so what are those 5470s or
That's one of their newer silhouettes, isn't
Yeah.
it?
That's the same silhouette as the Stods I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier. Telling y'all, like, people sleep on these. They really do. Because if you can't find a 990 or you don't want to look like every other person wearing a 990, those.
Yeah.
I like the New Yorker tote bag.
Thanks.
I'm here for the tote.
I
love a
appreciate
tote.
it just because your background, I automatically assumed that this was like an expansion of you just doing something more than what's
Yeah.
hype. You know what I mean? Like you like get into something that you like. So I appreciate that right
I
there.
think that's actually, I love that you say that because, like, I never want to front. Like, I never want people to think, like, oh, she's doing that for whatever. No.
Fist
Yeah.
pound.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, and I was nervous to come on, honestly, because I was like, there's going to be some people that they're like, she's not a sneakerhead. Why'd they bring her on here? Or whatever. But honestly, like, I think the most beautiful part about sneakers is that it brings people together.
Yeah.
And, like, there's never a wrong answer. Like, you could say you love something. I'm like, cool. I'm glad that brings you joy.
I wish we
Like-
could input that Bernie Mac House Party 3 scene when he was at the dinner table. He's like, you know, if they don't like you, when he start yelling at him, like that would have been perfectly fitting for what you were
It's
just
funny.
talking about.
We had that same conversation with somebody else today.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's not about like you being a sneakerhead,
Yeah.
like to be on this show or whatever it may be. It's like that lens that you see shoes as a sneaker community.
Yeah.
That's all we want to see. That's all we want to talk
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean?
And it's
Everybody's
genuine.
lens is a little bit different. And like now it's such a broad perspective of consumers that like sneakers. Like we can't just be like, oh, it's only for sneaker people. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's for
Yeah.
everybody.
And you're known out here. You are. People know you. People know you. You are very known. Yes, yes.
Damn,
You're
that's
well
cool.
respected. Yeah, you are very well
That's really
respected.
nice.
It's one of those like if you know, but when you know, it's like no, she knows what she's doing. Like you have a voice out here.
That is
go
really
ahead.
nice.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's one, nice to hear, but two, like at the end of the day, at my core, whether I'm talking about sneakers, whether I'm talking about beauty because I love a good skincare,
Yeah,
like I am all about women and like all about Black and brown people. So I'm like, I will tell your story if you
Yeah.
have something to sell.
Yeah.
I'm like, tag me in it. I'll share it. I don't give a damn. It's free for me to do that. Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's all about the people
I
around.
will say this though. Personally, I'm a little saddened
Oh,
because, you know, seeing
Tell me.
when they told me you was from Foot Locker,
mhm.
I have a Foot Locker background. I worked there for 2.5 years.
Like retail?
Yes. So I was like, I thought we was gonna share these war stories, and then it comes to find out you just got put in, and you just like climbed all the way. Not putting it like that. I'm just saying because I thought I was.
Let me tell you, I earned my stripes.
I thought I was about to say,
Literally.
man, you was out there selling those shoe cleaners with me. I was about to be like, I got somebody with me.
Okay,
in the background.
That's amazing though, because let me tell you, a good like 60-70% of the people I work with have worked in the stores.
Mhm.
My director used to work in the store in whatever that like famous cross street in London is.
They definitely
They
like
hire
climbed
up,
up.
yeah.
They hire up.
My VP of buying has literally worked from the store into like she oversees all the buying for women's division. So like it's the like kind of funnel from store to corporate is there. Like I have an intern starting in a few weeks that she came from the store and I'm like, girl, we're gonna get you in marketing.
That's
So
dope.
they really
That's
do
dope.
like build up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's people like you that like are actually like now that you're in there helping guide that through.
Yeah. Kind of mentoring. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I guess like there's a few of us that do have like the background of like the very technical, like I studied marketing in school and then I worked for agencies. So I'm like, I have this knowledge of sometimes you got to put things in a deck that makes sense to leadership so that it gets sold in or whatever. And then I learned like, you know, what consumers like from a retail perspective, because there's things that you don't know unless you work the floor
Yeah.
Yeah.
at all.
Now, how I left the floor probably wouldn't get me back in Foot Locker, but you know, I definitely.
Do we want to know?
I know, right?
Do we
Talked
want
about
to know?
stripes.
I want to know about
Do we
that.
Like I
wanna know?
definitely, when I quit,
You're like, bye.
I literally took my shirt off and walked out the mall shirtless. I was like, I'm done here.
What?
I
I was
cannot.
Teacher did?
Nah, I was working at Foot Locker. That was when I was in college in Oklahoma. I was just like, I'm out of here. man.
Oklahoma days. The Oklahoma days.
Oklahoma City. Quail Springs Mall.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man.
So we asked you to bring 3 to 5 sneakers, some of your favorite sneakers. We're going to get into those. You got to explain the stories and everything behind them.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
Okay. So we're going to cut real quick. All right. So let's get into these sneakers that you brought. Start wherever.
All right, so I talked about these before. These are those
Yes. Yeah.
And like I said, they're like, there's something about these colors that they bring me joy.
Love this color.
And like, I can wear them all day, all week.
Yes.
Green.
I like
haven't
that
actually
colorway is dope.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, people sleep on this silhouette.
Yeah.
They really do.
Are they comfortable?
They're very comfortable.
I feel like majority of the New Balance are comfortable.
Like, they're almost like, do y'all run?
Yeah.
Are you runners?
Yeah.
Like,
Stopped.
you know how like
My knees
the
gone.
Brooks Asics, like they're just little clouds?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Comfy.
Running shoes. See?
That's our produce. When our videographers back there talking about some New Balances, we don't really respect his.
So these are also special to me because I used to work with vendors to vendor, like New Balance. Yeah. And so my vendor rep sent them to me as a gift, and I was like, "This is special.
Oh, that's dope.
You didn't have to do that."
Hey.
So that's those.
What's it say? I missed the whole.
Classic then,
I know.
classic now.
Oh, that's cool.
Here for it.
See, like,
See,
It's the little
I
things.
mean,
The
the
little
branding, though.
Yeah.
I mean, from boxes.
Yeah.
Like,
That's my issue with like getting rid of boxes.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
like, it's
some
really
of them
cool
just
stuff
I
going
can't,
on.
I can't
Yeah.
get rid of.
so okay. Well, in that case, this box I wish I had because I loved it. But when I moved from New York to Houston, I was
Yeah.
like,
Loving it too.
So these are Paperboy Paris and New. I actually
Love this color too.
know. 801s. 801s. So these, the fun thing about them is that they're called ginger lemonade. And so inside of the sole is a recipe to make a ginger lemonade.
You're lying. Let me see.
Wow.
And so this collaboration was with like Foot Locker has a division called
What?
Greenhouse. So it was like it's like an incubator for fun collaborations. And so these, they also came in like a full brown colorway and then a green and then like a pink and purple. And they all were like a piece off of Paperboy Paris menu.
Wow.
So like this is the lemonade. There was like
Can I
I
check
think
that
a
out?
coffee one and then a sushi one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so at the time I was very into yellow.
That is dope, though.
Paperboy.
It's the details.
Yeah.
New Balance.
Ginger
Yeah,
lemonade.
you can tell I wear these too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wiped these down for y'all.
Honey lemon sparkle
I did.
water.
I love it though.
Wear your shoes, people.
Yeah, wear them. Because then you're going to be in the streets of New York and your fucking whole foot comes off. I'm going to wait on this one because this one.
Yeah.
I see that box.
Yeah, you're going to be upset when I show it to you.
No,
I think.
I don't know.
Okay.
May surprise me.
These are my third. Okay. These are a collaboration with Jaden Smith.
Okay.
He's just a cool little, I think he's a cool little kid. And
think so, too.
The fun thing about these is that every single one of them was made from like scraps of material. So this was their way of like repurposing everything in their factory. And there's not that many made of them.
Yeah.
And it fell off, but there was like even a piece of like scrap that they had like tied into the shoelace. And so what I love about them is that one, they're comfy.
Yeah.
Is this what fell off?
No, there was another piece. So like surplus materials. It says it on here. But that no two shoes are alike.
Yeah.
And so I could be down the street wearing these and you could have a pair too and ours look completely different.
Wow.
So I like that about these. And like at the time when I bought them, I was living in New York and I was dressing very like all black. And so it was my little pop of color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
I've never seen these.
like that.
I've never seen
Yeah.
these in person, and now I regret
They
not
have-
getting a
They
pair.
have really beautiful like all pink ones.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
76% surplus material, 16% recycled polyester,
Yeah.
8% virgin materials, and the
So
sole of
that'll
the shoe
explain
is
why you
5%
also like the hippies with the recycling and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, and like, you know, I am not a Jaden Smith stan by any means, but I think that he like invests in things like that water company and then this that are, I'm like, you know what? If you have a good, you know, MO,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm cool with it.
I like that.
All right.
So
Here we
Hey, look,
go.
he's trying to skip ahead. Okay, move ahead. Move along.
Here we go.
But last but not least,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
what?
I was about to say, you can keep them on the table.
Oh,
I got you.
So these were given to me by Tasha Saunders.
What up, Tasha?
Anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
For her girls.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, girl, I'll pick these out for you. And I'm like, thank you. And I love a good seafoam. She knows my style.
Oh.
However, I wore them to Coachella and so they're dirty. And so I was like, do I bring these? Do I not bring these? And I thought about it and I was like, I'm going to bring them because this is what happens. I have cleaned these. They're dirty.
They're
still.
dirty. Yeah.
But I really love them. They are me in a shoe. Like, however, I think I said it before. I love a mid, so I wish they were mids. Because I just don't find this part comfortable on my height. But I love the color.
I love that
like,
color.
It goes with anything. I treat it like a neutral. And they're just like pretty. And I have the little other shoelaces, but I haven't ventured off.
I mean, I saw the photo that you took in those.
Oh,
You got the majority of the dirt off.
I did.
Oh, it was real bad.
Look at them.
I mean, it was dusty.
Okay.
They were brown.
Yeah.
They were brown. It was bad.
So
And-
what cleaner do you use?
Okay, well, I'm not loyal to anything.
Okay.
Definitely
I'm
not
a-
Foot Locker cleaner.
I'm not loyal to anything. I used to have a lot of Jason Mark wipes, but then I realized I couldn't just use a baby wipe. So I go in with baby wipes. And then honestly, okay, two things. One, if I can't clean them the way that I want them, I hand them to my grandma.
Yeah.
I don't know what that woman does, but she whips out a toothbrush and she just
The old school way.
and she like it brings her joy to do that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, good. But then I also have a friend who maybe you know, Mariela.
Yeah.
She started
With the sneaker cleaner.
ball.
Yeah.
And so they're actually getting like a brick and mortar space.
Yeah.
And so I think for this pair, I'm gonna send them to her. So
That would be dope.
Oh, we got to go up there.
I hear
Yeah.
real coming.
huh?
I hear real coming, right?
Maybe.
Oh, look at
Yes.
that.
And it's gonna also-
I told her we were going
Content
to.
is
Yes.
coming.
Yeah, also
Told her
gonna
we're
get that
going up
chocolate
there.
because Abuela gonna feel betrayed. And she took still shoot
No,
someone
we
else.
just won't show her this little podcast video. We won't show her. Yeah, but
Nah,
that
they fine. Huh?
they look okay.
That's-
But they're
I'm telling you,
But you know
ones
what
look
they
better
yeah.
beat.
But this,
They
okay,
do, they
okay,
do.
yes, but I have been wearing them with dresses, and I can't pull up to brunch with this. I
feel you on. I feel you.
It
on that.
depends.
Okay, maybe it's the laces.
You change out the laces, you got to do a
fresh pair
little
of
deep
white
clean,
ones. Yeah.
and then you'll be all right because it's just right there, and the sea foam is not really damaged.
That's true. I was able to
You'll
wipe
be all
off.
right.
But I guess because I've been wearing them to like birthday parties. And like, I've been looking
Getting
like
your wear out of them.
formal dress.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of my vibe for them right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, this is dope.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The balance theme.
It is. There is a theme, and I honestly, this is not a plug at all because I haven't worked with my vendor in a minute.
Yeah.
I really like these though.
Yeah. I like them all.
I never even heard of Start, but
yeah, there was a whole like apparel collection with
I
that
like
too.
this.
They weren't size inclusive though, so.
Mhm. See, that's the issue.
No, all right.
That's the issue. So before we get out of here, we like to go through and see what's on everybody's feet. Casey, you want to start?
I got I think these switch ones.
Mhm.
So you can unzip them, make them low tops. A little birthday present to myself.
Yeah.
I know Bola had the other, the colorful pair, but I had always wanted these because it was like more neutral. I
Yeah.
don't really like all the colorfuls like that. And so I grabbed them. The price was there for me.
Didn't you actually do that to one of your sneakers?
The prototypes.
Yeah, you cut them yourself, right?
Yeah, I cut them,
That's sick.
and people was pissed.
I'm sure.
Yours.
They mine,
Yeah, you
and
do
that
what
was
you
the
wanna do.
intent for the shoe. That's why they put the cut line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
What does the little tab at the back do? Does that do something?
So no, it's supposed to just like when I unzip it, I can hook them together. That way they don't get lost.
Oh,
like
smart.
to store them?
Yeah,
Smart.
store
Oh, okay.
'em.
I was like, to wear?
Like, huh? Okay, Alexa,
know.
what do you have on? What do you have
I
on?
got some off-white sales.
Still
Hey,
pretty,
you know, some
sitting pretty.
fours. They're cute.
They are cute.
There's a dot on them that I can't seem to figure out how to get off.
Yeah,
so
it's
don't
fine.
look at them too closely.
Oh, the pictures are gonna show them.
Right?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I know.
You can edit it out. It's fine. I do that.
You talked about they're gonna be she
Right,
don't know what
yeah.
You're not supposed to get those dirty.
I got a 2007. He got game. 14.
Fire.
I've been kind of on this thing that just wearing like Jordans that other people just not gonna wear.
Yeah.
So
I miss
I'm kind
those.
of feeling
Don't wear them in
Actually.
New
right
York
now.
in the heat in the
Huh?
summer. Don't wear them in New York
Fall
in the
apart.
summer.
Why?
They're gonna fall apart.
Is
It's
it
like
fall
my
apart?
Ford.
No, I don't. I keep my stuff in very good atmosphere. I
pristine.
don't have that cracking thing that y'all are.
I'm sorry.
I'm good to go over here. Don't worry.
I'm beneath.
DMP pack too, by the way.
Sorry.
Oh my God. I got the Yeezy 450s. These are my first pair.
Oh, you like
And
them?
I love them.
Yeah.
Comfy?
Yeah, they're so comfortable.
Okay.
Now I'm low key want all the colors.
That's what happened to my barber. He
It's
was
a
like,
problem.
bro,
Right, 'cause they're
he was like, bro, I love them. I wear
Yeah.
my feet all day.
Yeah.
I wear them all the time.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pair that off foot, I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't know about this. But then on foot,
They look so good. And I have socks on now, but I don't like wearing socks too much. So I'm like, I can just throw these on without socks and they're really comfortable. What's wrong with that? I don't wear socks all the time. I'm
get some
on this.
I don't like Adidas.
When I'm on this show,
some footy socks on or something.
no, breezy. I need a
It
breeze.
depends.
I need airy,
It depends.
real
I can
airy.
understand not wearing socks with them.
Yeah.
But like also needed some powder or something.
Yes, but thank you, Alexa, for coming on. We really
been a
appreciate
delight.
it.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Conversation.
Yes.
Congratulations on everything.
Yes,
up.
and we look forward. Let us know if there's anything coming up. We'll pull up.
Oh, actually, there's an opening of a store this weekend. The Bel Air store.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, Ashley, the Houston manager.
Yeah,
She's putting it together.
y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Pull up.
Cool.
Pull up.
New location.
Thanks, y'all.
And
This
we
is
out.
episode 57. We're out.
Peace.